Hi there, welcome to our final video. This is our 8th video. Congratulations to made it all the way. Today I'm going to talk about website. Do we need to have one or do we not? But before I get started, I wanted to say that if you have any other questions about any of the things that I talked about or any other topics, I'll be happy to create more content or maybe do questions and answers, whatever we think is best, but feel free to reach out with your questions. I'll leave the link in the video, but there is community in Facebook that you can join, and you can feel free to participate, ask questions, anything you want there as well. All right, so let's get started. Welcome to our last video of this series and Moshito Design Academy. Today, I'm going to talk about websites. Do I need a website? The answer is yes, you do need a website. It doesn't have to be a paid website. When I started with a blog in WordPress, and it offered anything that I needed at that moment. And eventually, when I got better at creating my designs and I had a little bit of content, then is when I decided to create a website. The decision, it kind of comes down to you. I would say that the main reason to create a website is because if you have any followers and they sign up for your newsletter, those followers sign up for your newsletter, not Instagram. So when you have other followers in other apps or in other sites, you could lose access to your account. The platform could potentially stop existing at some point, and then you will lose access to your followers. So it's a little bit better to bring them on your own site when possible. But again, it doesn't have to be a paid one at the beginning if you don't want to make that investment. And I also want you to know that creating a website is hard work. It's not like you have to create a website and then you will forget about it. First of all, I would do a little bit of research to decide which website to use and which website I think is going to be best for me. I'm not very tech savvy, so I try to choose one that was a little bit user-friendly. And so that's the next step. You've got to figure out how it works, and it will take a little bit of time. Even if it's easy, it's a little bit of a learning curve, and eventually you'll get there. But even when it's up and running, you will have to maintain it. You're going to have to update it, and then eventually you'll have to improve it as well. There's going to be things that come up and things like that. You can create new pages. So it's not like a one-time thing. You create it and you're done. You're going to have to create it, but then you're going to have to still work on it. But the advantages are that it will bring more visibility to your brand and more credibility. So if you are pitching your designs to companies and things like that, the fact that you can say your website will make you feel like a more legit artist. It will bring traffic and attention to your offers and products, and it offers you a digital platform for marketing. So you can use it for marketing as well as all the other platforms out there. And it can help you also build a community around you, not any other person or website or things like that. And it allows you to communicate directly with your followers. You can send them update about your products, about what you're working on, behind the scenes, so you can take care of your audience. And I would say that's a massive aspect of it, for me at least. So yeah, so with the website, I would definitely consider the newsletter at the same time. And this is the way that you're going to communicate with your audience, the one that actually chose you. They don't follow you just because one day they click on the bottom, they're there, but they don't really interact with you that much. It would be the ones that are actually interested in your content. And when were not, they can choose to unsubscribe. But I would pick this option because the followers that you have on your newsletter, they're yours, and you cannot lose them because you lose access to your account or the platform for whatever reason stops working. So with that being said, if you have any questions about what type of platforms you can use or about what type of newsletters, so these are some of the most common websites that you could choose from. I did a little bit of research and I look at all of them. So I consider the prices, I consider how easy it was to use. And then I decided to go with a Squarespace, but I don't think there is anything wrong with any of the other ones. They all seem pretty great, to be honest. Squarespace also offered me the option to have a newsletter, and because I'm not very tech savvy and I didn't want to deal with the logistics, I went with that because I could get the whole package there. It's user friendly. Took a little bit to get used to it, but it's definitely not hard to use. I cannot speak of the other ones. I originally had my blog in WordPress. I think that's also a really great platform to use. Wix, I've heard really great things, and so about Weebly and Bluehost. If you don't choose to go with the Squarespace and the newsletter that they offer, two of the most common options will be MailChimp or Flowdesk. I think the advantage with Flowdesk is that you pay a monthly fee, but they don't charge you extra when you have more followers. So a lot of the newsletter companies, they'll charge you a little bit when you have a few followers, and then the price goes up as you get more followers. I don't think that's the case with Flowdesk. So yeah, these are your options to consider if you want to open a website. I'm sure there's more website options and more newsletters. If you have something else and it's working, that's great. But I would definitely make sure that within my agenda, I make time for updating my website and taking care of my newsletter. Those are very important things. When it comes to your newsletter, the better, without overwhelming your customers. But I would say like once a month, twice a month, if possible. I know it's a lot, but I think that would be great. If you could send a little thing every week, that would be even better. All right, so thank you so much for joining. It's truly been a pleasure to have you here for this series of 8 videos. I hope you have enjoyed them and learned something. But if you have any other questions and things that you would like to know, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to help you out, because I know how overwhelming internet can get when you're trying to find out answers. And if I have the answers, I'll be more than happy to share them with you. But for now, until I see you next, goodbye.